The Blue March trumpets as the waiting crowd strain for a glimpse of the champion Scot. But behind him comes disaster. Cutting the hairpin, Jacky Oliver crashes out of control into Jacky Ickx. The two young drivers who shared the winning glory at Le Mans last year incredibly survived the inferno. Flame-proof driving overalls probably saved them both. Jacky Ickx, convalescing in Belgium, says he'll be racing again in a week or two. This is how Jacky Oliver remembers what happened.
I got to my braking zone just behind Jochen Rindt and put the brakes on and went straight to the floor. And I noticed that the inside front wheel were wobbling, almost a blur. Complete brake fade, no brakes at all, so I took to the side of the circuit and tried to cut the hairpin out completely and go straight across the hairpin, missing the hairpin completely, and join the circuit the other side, passing about 3 cars in the process. But as soon as the car got off the circuit onto the rough, of course I lost complete control of it. And unfortunately Jacky Ickx, unknown to him, was accelerating out of the hairpin and I hit him straight in the side. With the cars on the first lap have got something like in the regions of 45 gallons each on board. That's 90 gallons of high-octane fuel that explodes everywhere, and it just needs the slightest spark to set it off. We have an internal fire extinguisher system on the car, which I was unable to get to because the dashboard was crumpled badly. So I rolled myself on the grass until the flames were put out, and then collected my senses, and then ran as quickly as I could to the pits to warn Pedro Rodriguez, my teammate, so that they could bring in him to save a similar drama. Obviously my front suspension failure happened, so it was obvious it was going to happen to him sooner or later, so we brought the second car in. I believe it was line second, you know, which must have been rather a shock to him. At the time, of course, you can't really appreciate what's happened to your teammate, and all you're thinking of is that you've been robbed of a possible victory. But since he's cooled down and his Mexican temperature has come back to normal, of course he realised it was the best thing to do.